As a reminder, video recording is not permitted in the interview room. A recording, courtesy of Hammond Communications, will be available as soon as this news conference is complete at ncaa.com/media. Media can also plug into the mult boxes, which are available in the audio-video distribution area. Good afternoon, and please welcome Quinnipiac Bobcats head coach Trisha Fabbri and our student athletes, Jin Fei and Edley Martucci. First, we will have an opening statement from Coach Fabbri. Then we'll open up to questions for our student athletes. Coach?
I'd just like to congratulate South Carolina moving on into the Elite Eight. I thought they were very good all day long. We knew we would have our hands full. And I said yesterday, I think the lone remark I did say, I just knew they were really good defensively, and it was they disrupted us all day long in terms of us offensively and really feeling comfortable. With that being said, I just thought we were really playing very quickly with our shots to start the game. And just looking at our numbers, we shooting 43% overall, which isn't terrible. But South Carolina lived up to their number one seed all game long, and they were tough. They were really tough today.
Okay, now for our questions for student athletes only. Remember, please state your name and media outlet before your question, and please, if you can, direct your question to a particular student athlete.
Hi, Michelle Smith, ESPNW. Jen, can you just talk about the start and, not only from the scoreboard from the hole that you guys were in, but what it did mentally to sort of get off to that start?
The first two games that we played in the tournament, I thought we got off to really good starts, so it wasn't obviously the same this time around, but they came out shooting the lights out, and we just tried to stay in it and play hard.
Any other questions for the student athletes?
Connor Roach, Quinnipiac Chronicle. Adley, what did Coach Fabbri tell you in that last moment as you walked off the court?
Just congratulating me. I wasn't too worried about what was being said, more of just embracing her for the last time, at least on the court.
Yeah.
Just having a moment with her. So I don't know if I remember any of the specific words said, but just hugging my coach.
Desmond, Connor, Hartford Kern, either one of you can answer this one. But Coach talked about how defensively she knew coming in that there were a problem, but offensively they were an issue too. Can you talk about the problems that they caused for you there too?
Yeah, they shot lights out.
Yeah.
And one of our game plan was to really try to help off of our players, to help our bigs with Wilson. And something's got to give when that happens. And those threes really were daggers. I felt like they shot 100% from the three-point line. It felt like that. So they shot very well.
In the back, and then you'll be next in the front here.
Ben Briner from the State Newspaper. This is for Jen. Defensively, did they do anything that surprised you at all, or was it basically what you knew was coming but just done exceptionally well?
I thought we ran the same offense that we've been running all year that's been working really well. I think the difference was that they're just a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, and a little bit bigger, and I think it took its toll as the game went on.
Lee, what have these past 5 years meant to you?
Can you repeat your name and news organization, please?
Shane Dennehy, QBSN.
Thank you.
Waterworks over here. Indescribable. Life-changing. The best years of my life. I'm just so proud to be a Bobcat and to be a part of this family. It's really hard to describe my 5 years here because it's been so amazing, and just the growth that I've witnessed with our program and within myself, it's life-changing.
Actually, I'd like both players to answer.
Name and organization, please.
Michelle Smith, ESPNW. Jen and Adley, can you guys just talk, what changed for this program in the last 2 weeks?
we put our school on the map. Not only do people know how to pronounce our school now, but they also know who we are and know what we stand for and what we're all about. So I think that's the biggest thing, is that we left our mark.
I'm also, I think we inspired a lot of people back home and just different teams on campus. And it's just inspiring to be an inspiration.
Also the mid-major teams that kind of could be in our position
around
now.
the world.
I think we've given them a pathway to follow. So I think that's pretty cool too.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Thank you, ladies. And again, congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done. Yeah.
Now we'd like to open up questions for Coach Fabbri.
Michelle Smith, ESPNW coach. So the same question I asked the kids, what changed? And maybe I'm thinking in terms of maybe the bar is different now for your program than it was.
Yeah, Michelle, that's a great question. We clearly had stated prior to the start of the season that getting into the tournament was not the end game anymore for this program, that winning games was the goal. And accomplishing that this day today for us, having the experience while this loss, it stings. And obviously South Carolina was so good, and the margin of victory is not easy to swallow. But it now, for us, we obviously measured up against one of the top programs in the country. We clearly know where we stand. We clearly now have our next steps in the program. And where we go now, another route and strategy is being hatched. So how we got here, there was a good foundation set. Not many people outside our region knew about it, and now we're going to use how everyone knows how to say Quinnipiac. A week ago, no one knew much about us. Now everyone in women's basketball has paid attention to our story, and we plan to use that now. Getting a taste of the Sweet 16, being here the second weekend, now will be a part of what we want to continue to build upon for this program going forward.
Josh Silverman, QBSN. Trish, Jen Fay touched upon it a bit about the teams in the conference. I don't know if you've seen it the past couple of weeks, but individual coaches, players, and basketball accounts in the MAC have been tweeting and rooting you guys on, and it really seems like they were along with this ride with you. What does it mean to play in a conference that cares so much about this team and there's so much respect between all the programs?
The MAC has such great coaching camaraderie that it doesn't surprise me at all. We have a school and we have a coach in Brian Georges, again, that this has been accomplished before, so we knew it could be done again. We talk as coaches about the conference getting a multi-bid schools in the NCAA tournament. That's a goal of ours. We have Joe Freger, who's won a National II Division championship. We have Patty Coyle, who's coached in the WNBA. We have recent hires in Heather Volin, and if you look at her resume coming from the BCS schools. You have Allie Jacks, who's done a good job in turning a program around at Siena. You have Jada Pierce, again, you look at the resume in recent hires. It is a league full of great coaches in the MAC, and the league is, we bond together because we know that together we can be even do more for this mid-major. So this is a big deal on our success across the board in the conference. And we're excited about the direction that the conference is going, about getting more teams into the NCAA tournament.
Ben Brenner at the state newspaper. Just in that first quarter, what did you feel like they were doing defensively, and what was it kind of preventing you guys from being able to do?
Well, certainly I felt that we were playing offensive basketball at fast forward. We weren't as calm as we had been, and then when a couple of our shots were the right shot didn't go in, we were trying to play just too quickly instead of calmly. And I think that was obviously due because of South Carolina. Jen said it, their size, speed, and length was disruptive to us. And then, we kind of, once, I said, are we going to score? Credit South Carolina. But I thought we could have done, hopefully just made a little more plays. I thought we were not as moving and cutting and reading and playing as well as a unit, today. But again, I can't say it enough. I'm being repetitive. Sorry. South Carolina had a lot to do with that.
All right, let's let Coach Fabbri go back to her team.
Okay.
Again, congratulations on an amazing season.
Thank you.
Again, as a reminder, video recording is not permitted in the interview room. A recording courtesy of Hammond Communications will be available as soon as this news conference is complete at ncaa.com/media. Good afternoon, and please welcome South Carolina Gamecocks head coach Don Staley and student athletes Kayla Davis and Alicia Gray. First, we'll have an opening statement from Coach Staley, and then we'll open it up for questions from our student athletes. Coach?
Well, it was great to get out there and play another game. Seemed like we were off for a long time. I thought our players came out ready to play on both sides of the ball, and it was a really exciting game for us. And we were really up for the challenge of playing Quinnipiac. And I'm glad we get a chance to move on.
Okay, now for our questions for our student athletes only. Again, please state your name and media outlet before each question.
For Kayla and Alicia, what were you guys doing early in the game defensively to shut them down? You started with a 16-0 run, and it seemed like they couldn't do anything on offense.
Name and outlet, please.
Jeff Owens, Spurs and Feathers.
I think our biggest thing was, obviously pressuring outside the three-point line. I've honestly never seen a team that can shoot the ball as well as them. So our biggest thing was just making them put the ball on the floor. And if we had to give up a two, we'd much rather give up a two rather than a three.
And like Coach said, just staying engaged. Like Kay said, they're a great three-point shooting team, so we try to do our best to run them off the three-point line also.
Cheryl Coward, hoopfeed.com for the players. Even though Quinnipiac had a great run so far in the tournament, a lot of people didn't really know much about them coming into the tournament, and obviously you guys didn't take them for granted. How did you, what was your mindset of not taking a mid-major like that for granted and coming out so fast?
Alicia?
When we come out, we play every team the same. Doesn't matter what name is on the jersey, we come out to play. Obviously, they had a good run, but we still got a mission to complete, and that's to make to the Final Four National Championship.
I second that.
Up front here, and then in the back.
Desmond Connor from the Hartford Current. This question is for Kayla. You had a nice offensive game today. Was the basket really big for you out there? Or?
Yeah, I guess so. I think it was just a matter of, getting my feet set, making sure just kind of staying in rhythm. Like Coach said, feels like we've been off for a long time, the gap in between games. But, I think it's just, like I said, just finding a rhythm and staying in rhythm.
Back row, and then up here in front.
Ben Briner, the state newspaper. How much of an emphasis was there just to be able to get off to a fast start, especially after the way the first two NCAA tournament games kind of went?
The main thing for us is to come out strong the first 5 minutes and then take the game from there. We definitely want to stay aggressive and continue playing South Carolina basketball. That's pretty much it.
Kayla?
I second that.
Right here.
Michelle Smith, ESPNW. Kayla, what the Elite Eight game, players through the years have said this is almost one of the hardest games because you're just one step away from the Final Four, which is where everybody wants to get. What are the priorities for an Elite game, for an Elite Eight game, mentally and also from an X's and O's perspective?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's my first time being here, but no, I think it's like I said. We're gonna play basketball. We're gonna play the way that we know how to play. No matter who's in front of us, we have to play hard. We have to come ready to play. No matter who is as this was today. But for us, it's we're gonna sit here, watch both these teams. It's two really good teams, really experienced teams. But like I said, we're gonna come out and play our game and play hard.
Alicia? Anything?
I second that.
Any final questions for our student athletes? Ladies, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Now I'd like to open it up for Coach Staley. We'll go right second row.
Hi, Coach. Michelle Smith, ESPNW. Is there something specifically challenging about the Elite Eight round because you're so close to the Final Four at that point?
Yeah, I think for teams that have a goal of going to the Final Four and winning the national championship, it is that step that can prevent you. Either you can overlook it, not overlook it, but you can try to get ahead of yourself. I think for us, we just need to stay in character. We need to approach it much like we approached every game of the season, although the stakes are a little bit higher. Just keep it as normal as possible. And the teams that are able to stay the course and keep it normal are the ones that can, open up a game.
Go ahead.
Michael Robertson, hoopfeed.com. So, Coach, you guys started off 9-0 run. They called a timeout. Then you go up 16-0 before they finally scored. Almost a shutout. So, being the type of player you were, how proud of the team were you for the way they played defense?
I was incredibly proud of our team to be able to lock in to the game plan and execute it. I thought we did have a few lulls in the second quarter where we got careless with the basketball, and we also let some shooters loose. They had a really good second quarter, so we have to continue to not have those lapses and put 40-minute games together at this stage of the game because we'll play another great team on Monday night. And if you allow teams to play to their strengths, they can really make you pay for it.
Ben Briner, the state newspaper. Just defensively, what did you feel like was working and executing in that first quarter?
The biggest thing for us in this particular game is our speed. We wanted to speed them up. We didn't want them, to be comfortable in their sets and, allowing them to read what our defense is, and then staying in front of them, just staying in between them and the basket and not allowing them to get ahead of the possession. Because once they're ahead of the possession, it's hard to fight your way back, and they'll get open threes when it's like that.
Desmond Connor from the Hartford Current. Coach had a lot of concerns about this team yesterday, but you were also very complimentary of them and getting this far. Where do you see the program going? Do you see them as a team that can be here regularly?
I do, because the style of play at this time of the year, if you're not used to playing this, and we're not, we weren't. We had 4 days to prepare for this style of play, and usually you get, if they advance past the first round, you got chemistry and they believe in each other. This type of thing can happen on a regular basis.
Krista Blanc, Westwood One Radio. Coach, you've had a handful of games now without Elena in the starting lineup. What are you liking about the team and your starters in particular at this point, and what can they do that maybe they didn't quite have with Elena there?
With Elena out, I think it just leaves a big void. Like, driving lanes are there for us. It gives Asia Wilson an opportunity to work the paint a little bit more and not maybe feel it's so clogged up, although I thought tonight or today they played almost double-teamed her. But for the guards, like a Kayla Davis, I mean, she's getting to the basket a little bit more. Alicia Gray can play more downhill. Bianca Cuevas, thrives off of the space that's left with the void of not having Elena Coates in there. But we do. I mean, we feel from a rebounding and defensive standpoint, we feel her presence missed.
One last question for the coach. Anything? Congratulations, Coach Staley. We'll see you Monday.
Thank you.